Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Carrie's Musings. Here I am, a day late, dollar short, of course, of course. How's everybody doing today? Hope you're doing good, having a fine day. It's Taco Tuesday, but I'm not having tacos. I'm gonna go, yole, 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 yole. Did I break everybody's eardrums? I hope not. Hope not. Oh, I dropped my phone. I tell you what, a lot going on out there. A lot of things. Some things talkable. Some things aren't. All of you know me. I'm Carrie McDonald. I have Carrie's Musings. Was 1776 Restoration Movement. I have Carrie's Musings on everything. A lot of my stuff I put on Twitter. Just started out here recently. Got a few articles there. Uh, Getter, True Social, Facebook, Carrie's Musings Facebook. I put a lot of my content there. Of course, I can't talk about everything there but I have friends all over and they know my Facebook. I've been with Facebook since probably day one. But you can find me on all these, find different content on all of them. Not all the same, but trying to keep everybody informed about what's going on in this world today, what we're approaching, things that are bringing us down. We've got to get busy and change things for the better. Like Paul Revere, the British are coming, the British are coming. And I'm finding out from my friend Navi in the UK that there's a difference between English and British. I didn't know that. A lot of us don't know a lot of things. That's why we go on and we tell this stuff. We learn stuff from all over the world. A lot of us don't know what's going on in other countries. Not a thing at all. And it's up to us to learn. If we don't study it, we won't learn it. A lot of things going on, like opinions, what have we. We tend to view everything as either friendly or unfriendly, friend or foe, enemies, when we may not even have an enemy. Same concerns, same feelings. Even here in this country, even some of our Democrat friends, they, they, they haven't been taught, they don't know. I'm sorry about the noise, everybody. Have people in the house. Yep, I'm not doing tacos either. I don't think. I better hush my mouth because the walls have ears. The walls have ears. Hi, Italian princess. How you doing? I was thinking, thinking about, when I was younger, I always wondered why famous people, rich people, people that had everything in life, you see that they ended up penniless, homeless, in the poorhouse. You wonder why. Wonder why. I'm beginning to see it. I'm beginning to see why. Hi, Lynn. How you doing? In my old age, I'm seeing exactly what these people went through. 'Cause I've done a lot of things in my life. I've done a lot of exciting things. I've lived my life to the fullest, having fun, and I tried not to wait till I retired to get her done, which thank goodness I didn't, because my wife didn't make it past retirement, and we had a good life together. We did things that we wanted to do while she was here, and that's the way I'm thinking. We all, how many of us are rich? And how many of us are famous? How many of us scrape by day, trying to make things happen? Hey, Casey, how you doing? All of us are. And if we don't live our life to the fullest and have fun, why bother? Why bother ended up rich when you die and hand it off to somebody that doesn't care? Why bother? Have fun. Do what you want. Fight for freedom. Fight for liberty. Pursuit of happiness. And that's what I'm talking about, happiness. And I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry. I'm looking to see what's happening. Dan's home from work early. Bella's heading this way. Bella's?
No.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. If we don't have fun and live life the way we want to, we won't do it. Bella, please. We have to live the life the way we want to live it and not worry about what other people think of us or look at us and say. A lot of people rant and rave because you're not doing the right thing or you're not doing this or you're not doing that. Say, well, up your nose. I'm doing what I want. I'm living the way I want. And a lot of us try to please everyone else but ourselves. Everyone else but ourselves. And we have to take up for our children. Our children are the most important things in our lives. We have to train them in the way to go. And there's not just one way to do it. There's not a right way and there's not a wrong way. It's by individual child. Everybody has their different ways. I'm telling her to be quiet. Her noise carries. Sorry. But just like now, kids do what they want to do. And we have to be there. I saved an article, and of course, Facebook, I go to my saved stuff and it brings up another video. It won't bring up what I have. So, good intention. Hey, Chaplain. But this video talked about a Christian school, about kids going to a party, and the interviewer was interviewing people to find out, what kids thought about going to the party, what they did at the party. And the first group come in and was mainly silent. They didn't tell anything. They wouldn't give any details. They shied back. They stepped back, and they didn't offer any information on what went on, and a few other questions about school activities and things like that. We brought in another group, and they openly discussed what was going on, the things that went, were bad, and the things that were good. And something happened that they had to call their parents to come and get them. And he wondered why the big difference between the two. So he brought them back in again. I found out that the ones that didn't talk, their parents didn't discuss things at home. They just let them do what they wanted and basically didn't care, one way or another, what happened either way. And the second group, he found that they had quite a good relationship at home. They told their parents everything and they communicated back and forth. So they weren't afraid to divulge the information. There's two mindsets there. So do you listen to your children? Do you talk to them? You talk about things that go on, good, bad, or indifferent. You sit down and discuss things like that. I know I do. You probably saw Saturday when I was with Bella at Old Town. She talked about various things. She talked about her nose ring, which I strongly resisted. I didn't give her permission. Somebody else did that has the control of her. But she knows I disapprove. And children will push you, you know, to push you to your limit. You have to stand strong. And they may do it, but they know you strongly object and don't approve of it. Exactly, Princess. Everybody wants to be friends with their children. They don't want to stand strong and say no. And as you then, you know, several things she gets away with. She knows what she can't get away with Papa. And I believe she appreciates it. Seems to, as with Sammy and all the rest of them. I got a picture. I might show it on my phone because I don't have time to transfer it to. Sophia, the one in the black, sent this to me and said, "That's you, Papa." And of course, Sammy's on the other side, Geppetto. And my other granddaughter, and I mean daughter in Nova Scotia. Yeah, I won't be able to find it, of course. Of course. Oh, here it is. Sent me this one. Said, "This is you, Dad." So they have their own opinions. Your children are what you basically mold them to. You can be too strict, and you can be not strict enough. I have faults in both. We all have faults in both, but we need to learn to have an even keel and make them more important than everything else. It's the main thing. They've got to be more important than any other thing in your life. And if they're not, we're doing wrong. We're doing them wrong. And all my life, that's what I've strived for. I may not be perfect. People might object to the way I do it, but I try my best to give them what they need, and sometimes hurt their feeling and give them what they don't need. Right, Bella? Right?
Yeah.
Give you what you need, and sometimes I don't give you what you don't need. Uh huh. But you have to do that in life. You got to teach them that some things they have to get on their own. And, they're going to have to fend for themselves. And if you give them everything, they won't be able to fend for themselves. I am so proud of my daughter, my son, my stepchildren. They're out making a good living, most of them. My one daughter, she stepped to the side and got involved with the wrong crowd. But she's learned, I hope, and striving to do better now. So far, the grandchildren are going pretty well. Sophia is doing well. She adopted her sisters, Bella and Samantha. Mariana, she's having her third child, my great granddaughter, anytime. We thought it would be soon, but the doctor said it might be a while. It might be a while longer. So we're on pins and needles waiting. But she works for the DMV, as I was telling on Red Cactus this morning. So I'm proud. I'm pretty proud. But this is what we have to strive for. We can't constantly thumb our kids down and keep them down, keep them here, keep them there. We have to let them learn on their own, unfortunately, the bad and the good. We can't live their life. We can tell them, we can instruct them, we can
No, thank you.
discuss things
Nobody can replace my dad.
and watch what they do. Listen, watch, learn, as I'm doing right now. Say hi, Bella.
There's the camera.
Right here.
Oh. Hey. What do I say?
Say hey.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. But thank goodness she talks to me and tells me everything. And that's what you have to build up in your children, the trust. If you push the trust down, you've lost. If they can't tell you things and come to you in their time of need, you've lost. Yep, beautiful in Italian. And in Puerto Rican, which she's part Puerto Rican. Her dad's
I'm
Puerto Rican.
Italian?
No, Bella in Italian means beautiful.
What?
In Italian, Bella's
Oh.
beautiful, and in Spanish, it's beautiful. And
I thought you said I was Italian.
no. Italian princess is Italian. Yep, we have to give them room to make choices good or not, guide them. We can't. And if they do get in trouble, we have to understand, not just first thing yell and scream and holler and rant and rave. We have to find out the details. We have to find out what happened and stand beside them. It might take tough love, like I had to do with my daughter and her drug habit. And just say, no, it's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of heartache sometimes.
I'd love to.
I've been through that. And I'm sure a lot of you will too. You just have to learn to control yourself and show one way or another. Show one way or another. It's all up to you how your child grows up. You may, a lot of people, unfortunately, handle it badly and wonder what happened. A lot of people. So, like I'm saying, there's no right way. There is a wrong way, but everybody knows, pretty much, should know what the line is. Everybody. If we do this, our kids will grow up and not pay attention to all this other stuff that's going on, this mind bending that they're trying to do. And believe me, they are trying to bend the minds of our little ones, especially the little ones. Pre-K, first grade. We have to pay strict attention and talk to them and teach them the ways to go. And if we don't, it'll be really bad and tough when they get to Bella's age. Thank goodness, because there are a lot of things pop up, a lot of things you have to say no to, a lot of things, going on at that age. And a lot of kids are confused and don't know because they haven't been taught. They haven't been taught at home. The parents just let them go, let them do what the teachers teach them. And they end up suicidal, cutting, all kinds of bad things. So we had to stay on top of it, stay strong, and put on the full armor of God and pray to God that you know, he can help us with it. Use that armor. Not just ask for it, but use it. Teach him the ways. Teach him the right way. Whether you go to church or not. Or believe in God even. Teach them the right moral way. Too fast. I thought we grew up fast, but man, oh man, did they grow up fast. I mean, they're learning algebra from first grade up. They're learning computers and phones and tech from day one. Things that we never had. We had to go and study in the library for hours, reading books, piles of books. Find something that they could find in a second. Live in a 1 minute world, as we see in TikTok and the reels and the shorts that are coming up now. A 1 minute life. Think about it. And we're even participating in it. We're participating, following along, nose in our phones and what have you. We're all part of it, but we have to teach them the right way. And Sophia with Sammy at home, she restricts her time on her phone, which is good. It teaches her to spend her time wisely, and she has to read her books, her manual reading and everything in between, and her chores. And Bella's the same way. But this is what we have to do. I mean, they might think it's cruel that we're restricted. I mean, you can allow them to have their phones and things, but pay attention. Watch what they do. Listen to who they're talking to constantly. Not eavesdropping. I let Bella know I'm listening. I participate in her conversations with her friends. But we have to do that. If we don't, they're going to go off and find somebody and end up going to meet somebody at a mall and disappear. Happens every day. If you don't do it, start doing it, but do it slow. You can do it slow. Get involved with your children's life. Listen, watch. Be vigilant all the time. And if they do wander, don't belittle them. Don't rant and rave. Go off the deep end. Do it lovingly and kindly and teach them the right way. Too many of us are right off the bat just, what you doing that for? Why don't you listen to me? What? No. It don't cut it in the kids' eyes. They won't listen. They'll just shut you off. Shut you off. We have to learn. We have to train ourselves too to raise children. It's a learning curve. It's not easy. Not easy at all. It leads back to what they do with their lives, how they improve their lives. And don't make it where they have to become famous or become rich or what have you. They have to go to a big university, spend thousands of dollars to learn a degree if they want to be something just ordinary. On other pages, I have a thing where they quit vocational schools in the schools. They cut out crafts, they cut off woodworking, they cut off electrical, they cut off plumbing, all those classes that they used to teach in school, in high school, in vocational schools. They've done away with it. Our children need to learn to become plumbers. They need to learn to become electricians. They don't need to go for the high and mighty dollar. Because the Bible talks about that, about pride. And that's pure pride. That's one of the seven evils. Pride, the love of money, greed, seven evils. If we push them to make money, to become famous, to get rich, to be one the main goal in their lives, we're doing them wrong. We're pushing them right into Satan's playground, pushing them right into it, teaching them to be what they want to be, how they want to be, and not push them into higher learning or whatever. You can learn right along with everything you do in your life if you keep studying. Every day I study, and I'm 73 years old, and I'm still learning. I still learn how to go to my phone and pinch up this top to make it bigger. I just learned that. And I think sometimes I'm a pretty smart guy. But we learn something new every day. And that should be our goal in life. Exactly. And that comes to another point. It takes a village to raise a child. A lot of people try to homeschool their children by themselves. It's darn near impossible. I've tried it. I've almost pulled all my gray hair out. Because every time you leave what they're doing, it's like the teacher walking out of the classroom. They got to go to the bathroom. They got to get a snack. They're thirsty. They're hungry. We need a discipline. We need a co-op. We need a co-op of parents to get together. Rent an empty church, rent an empty building. Maybe pay towards a certain teachers people that can teach to come in and do it. Not enough to break you, but there's people that will volunteer, and if you help them out along the way, we're glad to do it. Get several families together. Start your own little school. Because believe me, I don't know how many of you on this now have done it, but it is hard, very hard. Think strongly and wisely about how you carry it off. And there's a lot of like-minded people out there that would be glad to start a co-op and get together and teach their children. A lot of them. And the prices they charge for private schools and Christian schools are out of the question. You can't afford it. Most people can't afford it. And they say there's a way to get money from the government to do it, but yeah, that's a trick too. They're going to do it. Talk to people at your church. Talk to people at the community centers. Talk to people online that's nearby you. Get to know people. Come up with a solution. Go together and do it. Because, like I said, the private schools and Christian schools have become as woke as the public schools. Just as much go in there, and you're paying a high dollar to get it done. You say, well, they might not learn enough. They might. Let me tell you, the knowledge is out there, online, in books. It's the best way. Get back to the books. They go to school. They sit in front of a computer, They play iReady to learn, play games to learn. Yep, a lot of us were. And I got a lot of flack from DCF about homeschooling. I tried the online, and it was right at the start of COVID. It took almost 2 months to get the schooling started. And they're on my back every day. Well, what are you doing? I'm teaching them at home. I'm teaching them here. They're learning here. Give them a test. And they don't understand that the online schools were booked up and they were trying to get people to cover at the time. And it was a mess. Bad timing. Really bad timing. So finally, I said, okay, we'll do the online public school. And it was a disaster. Kids wouldn't go on camera. They wanted the kids to be on camera at all times. The kids wouldn't go to it because the other kids weren't going to it. And it was a total disaster. And everybody, they passed them anyway. Just push them on, whether they learned or not. It's a sad situation. Sad situation. You're better off keeping them at home and teaching them. Especially when everything that gets online with, like I said, the iReady, different little things here and there. You can do that. Sit at home with them. It's a shame what the children went through the last 3 years. Crying shame. Really bad. And I know a lot of you experienced the same thing. A lot of you. Hopefully we're over it. Hopefully we can unite and band together and help keep the Constitution in this country. Keep things on the even keel. Hey, Party Bonsai, good to see you too. But this is what we have to do. All of us. Get together, help each other out, help each other through this, support each other. Don't stab them in the back. We've got to get through this together, otherwise we'll fail. And we'll be doomed to history, and history repeats itself. And we all know the history of things that have happened like this in the past. I put an article today in my Twitter page, Gary's Musings, about the J6. So go and stop in there and look, and read it. Part of it comes from Mags and part of it comes from the main source. We have the things that they did to the people, and they charged them with in J6 is ungodly, un-American. We have to stand behind them and get them out of there. They take videos and twist them and don't show the whole thing. They don't show everything. And they convict them to a lot stronger sentences than it would be if they did something out in the world, the regular world. Hey, Carol, how you doing? Everybody tell Carol congratulations. Her granddaughter's team in Ohio won the championship in the area after 2 days of playing other teams. They become champions. So congratulations, Carol, to you and your granddaughter. Beautiful. I'm trying to look something up. Hey, Malcolm, Tanya, how you doing today? Picture of the happy champions after their victory. That's your son, right? Holding your granddaughter up, Carol. Keep it up there, maybe, because her daughter's the one being held there. Granddaughter, sorry, being held there. Proud champions. You see it on her page. Congratulations to all. We have to participate in what our children do. Yes, they do, Janice. Yes, they do. I spoil my granddaughters and grandkids. I spoil them. I'm guilty. We all do as grandparents. And but I had to be a little bit stricter when I was raising them. I raised all five of the girls, and you have to be pretty strict. Yes, check out Italian Princess article from Saturday. It was fantastic, fantastic. Total lot, total lot. The big thing about Jake was he was scary. He scared them to death with the outfit. It's just like an AR-15. It's a regular rifle with a bunch of bling on it to make it look like an assault rifle. It's not an assault rifle. It's just a plain 227 regular rifle made to look like something different. Scares people to death. It's like Senator Kennedy was showing the arm brace. So this thing's scary. It looks scary. Doesn't make the gun shoot any faster. It doesn't load the gun. It doesn't do anything but brace the gun on the arm. A lot of things scare people to death, and they are using that fear to get us. They are scaring people to death and using the fear to get us. I'll say that again. If we keep fearing and keep hiding behind things, we will never accomplish one thing. We have to get over that fear. I don't know if I said hi, Chaplain, or not, but hello. Thank you, Malcolm. That's a great place. I've been going there for, oh my goodness, as long as I've been in Florida, which is since 1967. Great place. I guess because it's summertime, there wasn't as many cars as usually in the wintertime. Usually in the wintertime, you'll have an hour or more of cars going down that parade, one up one way and down the other for a couple hours. But there were a lot of good vehicles there, a lot of nice vehicles, a lot. And the shops along there, yeah, they're tourist traps, but they got a lot of stuff that really amazed me. I like the made for TV store. I could have spent a long time in there, but I was broke, and I think Bella got her a necklace that I didn't particularly care for, but Buddy Dan got it for her. We've known him for close to 40 years, and he spoiled my daughter, he spoils the girls, he spoils the whole family. quick draw on paying for it. Little bunny, representing Playhouse, Playboy. Okay, you have a good day, Chaplain. You'll be on today, right? Tuesday? Everybody go see Chaplain. Good inspiration. I don't quite know his schedule. He changed his schedule recently. And Chaplain, you need to post it on your community so people know exactly when you're going to be on there. Because I'm forgetful and I forgot. Everybody go and check out the other people on this. Is broadcast. Watch them participate. Give the likes and the shares. We got to get this movement going. Thank you, Italian Princess. We got to help each other, no matter what we think. We might disagree on a few things, but all in all, we do with our regular families. This is our big online family. We're going to have disagreements. We're going to have things that we don't see eye to eye on. But generally, we got to stay together and work together for a common cause. Keep our children free. Leave our children alone, basically. Because we go by the Constitution and we don't let them change the Constitution. Everybody has the right to do what they want to do. Don't try to mold us into your type lifestyle. We don't need that. And especially we don't need to talk to our children and mold our children into it. That's a no-no. That's a big no-no. Yeah, I got up, watched Aruba this morning, clicked it on, and she was already at work at 7 o'clock. I think she went at 6 o'clock this morning. Oh no. Oh no. At your home or Carol? I'm sorry. Oh. At least you got the text, Italian. Yeah. Yeah, she put an early one on us this morning. I missed her last night because I went to sleep and didn't get up in time. Had a good time on Wendy B with Mona. Wendy B, Arizona, last night. She's been experimenting with animes, which animates the characters. Her and Game Dev and Nabi from the UK. I don't see Nabi on here yet. I think he said earlier he had something to do. But we had a good time talking about everything. We got Annie from up in the northwest portion, up right near Canada, Washington. We had a good discussion, a little bit of everything. Didn't have the anime last night, but we talked about everything. Good time, get together, get to know each other personally. And Mona is the best. She's so funny. good talking with her. So if you're not doing anything, she comes on about 10 o'clock. Wendy B. She comes on about 10 o'clock in the evening for the sunset. And we're from 10 to 11 Eastern time, which is 3 hours different. 8 o'clock her time. Yeah, something like that. We all need to band together, get to know each other, have fun together, and not just strive on politics. We have crafting. We have red cactus that shows this sunrise and the cactuses out there where she lives, which is pretty amazing. Tracy's nature. She shows a lot of nature. A lot of things out there. A lot of people doing different things to break the monotony of the day. It got to where I don't watch any regular TV anymore. I try to keep up with some of it, but not my main priority. I like to go around and watch what people do and see how people do, and learn things every day. Tommy Temper yesterday had the in Alberta. He had the qualifying race for the bicyclist for Canada for the Olympics, which is pretty cool. He's out there doing his own live streaming. If you have a page, go to Tommy Temper, put your link up there, and get it broadcasted because he's pretty big. Random Rick Reviews. How you doing? It's a running joke. Okay. That's what I do every day. I'm going to run. Yep. That's me. Okay. Whichever. That's up to you, Italian. A lot of people out there I don't recommend. I wouldn't recommend. There's a lot of people trying to play on people's sympathies. And you have to realize it. You have to watch and listen. Don't volunteer information because they will get you. They will get you. There's wolf in sheep's clothing out there. Beware. 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 I don't know who I mentioned, but you can let me know later. There's a lot that I will not recommend. A lot. It's unfortunate that we have to, like I said, we have to beware. Everybody. Everybody. Be cautious. Diane herself has been through it. She knows. And I'm so sad. I see it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to call out names. People know. You know that you're being played. That's all I can say. I'm not saying anything about the person or live streamers that do it. That's up to them. That's between them and the Lord. If they're doing it on purpose, shame on them. But we don't have to participate. Go into a place that you don't know, watch, listen, don't respond, don't like, don't share. Just watch and see what comes. A lot of them out there full of hate. They'll talk nice, but they're demonic, full of hate, and will catch you. The devil doesn't come on mean, does not come on mean. I mean, I could be doing it. Beware. I could do it, but I'm not. It's so sad that we've fallen into these traps. And it's not your fault. You mean the best. But like I say, the devil can be an angel, can look brilliant. So you fall into the trap. Uh oh. I think every mod out there has fallen into that, Carol. Italian Princess, everybody. You guys, you guys take the brunt for us. You take the heat, and I appreciate every bit of it, every bit of it. And I hope the ones that are good out there do too, because you're the ones that they want to get first. You're the ones they hit first, and then they hit the streamers. So I wouldn't pay attention to any poll as long as you're doing what you feel is right. That's the main thing. You do what's right in your heart, each and every one of us, and we can help each other out. It's crazy what people try to do. You ever? Yeah, I give everybody, most people on my page, I give everybody a wrench so they can put their links up and do things they couldn't normally do as just casual participant. I only have a couple that have full privilege. One of them is Carol, and one of them is Italian Princess, and I give them full reign over what goes over. I will take questions from trolls as long as they don't repeat it and keep repeating it. As long as they don't hound on one thing and they know when to put the axe to them. I want everybody to have a say on this program, as long as they do it right, as long as they don't carry it too far, make an annoyance out of themselves. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I have, for sure. There you go, Princess. Italian Princess put up Random Rick's channel. Yep, I'm subscribed. I always double check, but if they put it up there, I subscribe. I hate the way the power. I have the power. I have the power. Yep. That's the downfall of a lot of people. They get the power though. They get the power, but they get greedy. And as I said before, greed is one of the seven evils. One of the seven evils. Just below pride. Pride being the top one. We had to stand by each other. We had to help each other. They fall, reach down and pick them back up, brush them off. It's our job. That's what we're here for, to help each other. For us as a family and for us as a country and us for God. It's all intertwined. All intertwined. And that's the point we're trying to get to. get to the point where we have a big voice, a large voice, and we can tell these no-gooders, we're not going to take it anymore. We're not to that point yet. We're not to that point yet, unfortunately. We keep fighting these ones down behind us, trying to pull us down with them. We have to forget about them. Leave them in the dirt. Leave them behind. Let them talk their garbage. Let them spew their spew. But we all have to unite and get to people that view things the way we view it. It's going to be hard. It's a hard battle. You have people out there that are waiting for the rapture. They're waiting for the Lord to come back. They want the Lord to come back, which I do too. But that's all they depend on. But how many things in history has happened just as bad as what's going on? Quite a few. If we're ready, we'll go when it's time to go. But we were told we would have trials and tribulations. And we're going through trials and tribulations. Every one of us going through the trials and tribulations. It may get worse. It may get better. But it depends on us. When we pray and ask for the full armor of God, we've got to put it on. And we've got to work with it. Not expect miracles. We have to work with it if we get it. Not just sit around and wait for something to happen. Wait for the Lord to come back. We can't do it. Everyone will suffer. Our children will suffer. Our ancestors will suffer. He may come today. He may come tomorrow. He may come in 100 years. We have to be ready in our hearts, in our own soul. We have to prepare ourselves and expect it to happen or a miracle to happen. It just ain't going to happen. So we are the caretakers of the world, and we need to caretake. Yes, indeed, we're being tested every day, and it probably will get a lot worse. You take it easy, Italian Princess. Have a good meeting. Thank you very much. Always glad to have you here. Always glad to have you here. Each and every one of you. Oops. And anytime y'all want to say something, come on in, talk about it. That's what I want here. I want people to come in and voice their opinion. Don't be afraid. You don't even have to show your face. You can show your face to me on the backstage. Let me know that you're real. But you don't have to show your face on here. I know a lot of you have a lot to talk about. A lot of you have a lot of good input. This is what we need to do. We need to get together and talk it out. Get ready to do things. We need to group together, have meetings, events, everything. I'm kind of in the middle right now where I can't do much. But hopefully I get to the point where I can. Pretty quickly. The summer's about gone. Yes, I am. I'm on just about every other. I'm on Truth Social, which I don't use too much. I'm on Getter. I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Rumble. Rumble has a little lag because it syncs from YouTube, so it's on usually a few hours later. But I'm Carrie's Musings on every one of them. I'm on Telegraph. Some of them I don't use too much, like True Social, Telegraph. I'm on Discord. Don't use Discord that much. Just about all of them. Different content on each one. I spread it around, so some may get something, some may not. I don't put it, on everything. I try to spread it where different people get different things. A lot of stuff goes on Facebook because the majority of my friends use Facebook, and they're in and out on it. So a lot of stuff goes there. I don't just use YouTube. So I'm busy, pretty busy finding stuff, putting it here, wherever the right word will get out. More controversial stuff goes to Twitch and Getter. But Getter, I'm not too sure about Getter because it doesn't get the views that others do. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's a leak system there or what. I'm not too sure. I haven't figured it out. But I've noticed that, a lot of stuff gets neglected. That and Telegram. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. No way, no way. Watch out. Scam, scam, scam. Somebody hacked your account. Hopefully you can change your password and everything. But if they do it right, sometimes they can really mess you up. That's the sad part. There's people hacking and scamming, and we have to be vigilant. We have to be concerned. I'm always, if you get a friend request from a friend and you're already friended with them on Facebook, delete it. Send them an email or text that they've been hacked and change their password. Oh, man. Oh, that's terrible. That is terrible. And the sad part is there's no direct way to really get in touch with them to do anything about it. That's the sad part. These big social media outfits, you can't get to a customer service or some way to help you. They have us at their mercy. It's the bad part. Really bad. Usually on Facebook, they'll send you a way to get in anyway. I usually send you. Are you on the the two-way? Yeah, what do they call it? The two-party two-way login. There's Navi. How you doing? Good to have you. You keeping the UK together? And we have a good representation from England today. Mandy and Malcolm and Nobby. know, going back to what I was talking about earlier, we need to quit worrying about getting famous. We need to quit worrying about getting rich. We need to, like I said, live our lives to the fullest, not worry about what other people think of us or what we're doing. Defeating the British. There you go. Do it again. Oh no. Sorry to hear that, Random. It happens so much. I don't know. I don't know what they do with it when they hack other people's pages. I don't know whether they get to our financial or anything else. I would hope not. But they make it look, I think what they intend to do is make it look like they're one of your friends and then get you from the other side, is what they do. They compile all this together and they set up their network to watch, get information other ways. Who knows? Who knows what they do? Hasn't really been explained, but I think what they're doing, they're sending it to your friends and get information out of your friends about you, and so on and so forth. It's a big spidery web they weave. There you go. There you go. That's good. I like that. Yep. We need to get back to teaching our children that getting a degree is not always the best way to go. Not always the best way to go at all. Not everyone will be able to get degrees. People will find careers and learn. We learn every day something. And it doesn't take a college or university degree to do most jobs. There are higher tech things that do require a bigger learning, but not a lot's going to go into those. Not a lot. Even lawyers, they could go to a separate type school, vocational school, and learn their trade. And there are law colleges. There are law colleges just set for that. And hopefully they don't charge as much money as some of these big, well-known universities. Sammy keeps telling me she wants to go to Harvard. Well, study hard, get a good scholarship, make straight A's. It may be possible, but I'm not going to push it. Right now, she wants to be a vet, so she don't need Harvard to be a vet. Yeah, poor Dan that's here with me. He is an angel. The one that bought Bella stuff Saturday. He is an angel. He'll give money to help anybody, just about. And he'll get a sob story, and he'll send the money online, and then they keep hounding him. He's not a techie. No. And they get him. The lady here who lives nearby here, her refrigerator went bad. He went out and bought her a brand new refrigerator, bought her food to replace what went bad. And her car was broke down, had a starter bad. He fixed the starter, got it going. And then she called him up and told him that the check engine light comes on. What did he do? But he helps everybody. He helps me big time. He helps the girls. Anybody that he thinks, he thinks he had a rough youth and he drank a lot, found the Lord. My mom and dad helped him get himself together about 40 years ago. So he kind of, like a brother, and he feels the Lord's calling on him. He became a minister. He went to school, went to Bible college, become a minister, and they won't give him a ministry because he was married and divorced. So he thinks that the Lord wants him to give, and that's his calling. There's angels everywhere, and people will take advantage of them. It's terrible. We need to teach our children to strive, but the goal, make it achievable. We've got to let them understand that they won't be a failure to us if they don't make president of the United States or they don't make $1 billion. We need to make sure that they know that we love them no matter what they do in life, even if it's a ditch digger. Burrito Tuesday, U-Haul. No, I said no taco today. Are you still in the PA area? Alabama, wow. What a trip. That's a good haul, U-Haul. I think Bella must have went driving because it's quiet. They must have went driving, didn't want to interfere with me. Yeah, there's a lot of scams, a lot of things going on out there that we all have to watch for, and we all have to watch each other's back. It's pathetic the way people dog eat dog world try to get it over on us, and there's people out there who act like there's offices filled with women sitting there on the phone texting people for money or an Apple card or Apple Pay because they need gas money or a phone bill paid or what have you, coming in from all over the country, $1 billion racket, and susceptible people fall for it. So we don't know who to trust. So we don't know. We don't know who to trust. Mariana, so you heading back further south or just North Florida? And everybody out there, if you watch the truckers, if you watch Gary and you watch Bobby and you watch Ernie and all of them, if they come by your area and they're stopped at a truck stop nearby, go out and see them. Go out and see them. Visit with them. They're sitting there in their truck doing nothing. Sitting there doing nothing to do unless they walk over to the truck stop and, spend time in there or what have you. Jupiter. That's a nice place. I love Jupiter. That's where I went to Bible college down just north of Jupiter in Hope Sound. Beautiful place down there. But these drivers are sitting there in their cab doing nothing. reading online, whatever, you know. And the people they see is the people they interact with, they see every day on the road, which is not many. So glad get out there and liven their spirits. Give them a visit. Don't have to be long. Just, you know, let them know you care. Let them know you care, and they appreciate it. So keep them in mind. If they're by your stop, go see them. Am I right, U-Haul? And U-Haul is one of our truck drivers. So if he's in your area, give him a holler. Go by and see him. I tried to last time, but he was down here. But things got mixed up, and he got away. That includes, you know, other people that are online. If they come in your area, try to get with them. It's not the same thing. Not the same thing as these drivers. That's their life. They're on the road, and that's their home. And it's pretty lonely at times. So get out there and visit them. And all the people that's in our family, if they're out and about on rallies and visiting in near your town, go see them. Make sure they know you're there. They know you care. It's all part of it. Otherwise, we'll shrivel up and die as a family. But these are things we need to do to get her done. Stand together, stand tall, and get to know each other, get to know what we like, what we dislike, how we live, what we expect. Partay, yeah, partay. Party bonza, huh? I know what you're saying. There's a lot of traps. A lot of traps out there. They're trying to get us every which way. We had to keep our guard up in everything, everything. Always, always. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. Be vigilant and speak your voice out for what you believe. And don't be afraid. We cannot fear. We cannot be afraid. And we may be in for a rough haul, but it would be worth it. It'd be worth it. There you go. There you go. Exactly. What Nabi said. Exactly. We can't run away from it. We can't hide. Look it right in the eye. Right in the eye. And do our thing. And we can have fun doing it. We have a lot of fun doing it. We can talk about everything. Don't have to be about politics. As long as we stand together and know when to fight, we can do other things. We have a life to live. We still have our pursuit of happiness. But we had to stand up, look it right in the eye, and take it on. Whenever, whatever, however. Don't become a grouch. Don't become a bully. Be firm, friendly, and take up the cause. Nothing saying we can't have fun doing it, but it's going to be a battle. It'll be a strong one. We ain't seen nothing yet. And maybe people go to jail. Maybe a lot of things. Who knows? But it's worth it for our children, and their children, and so on, and so on. And like I said, we can't just wait for something miraculous to happen. We have to live. We have to make way for our ancestors. We have to rally people up, get them excited, get them unafraid, donate, help each other out. And if you donate for them to do something, and that's all you want it to do it, it's like child support, you know. People say, tell a mother, well, we think you should spend the money on the child only. No, child support is for whatever that mother sees fit to use for that child. Housing, eating, entertainment, what have you. The same way goes to giving. You can't demand what that person does with the money. If you give it to them, you give it to them in full faith that they'll use it for what the cause is. But even then, it's the same way. It all goes hand in hand. Everything goes, excuse me, just a second. Sorry about that. Everything goes to the same cause, goes to the same thing, no matter whether they use it for this or that or the other. It all comes out of their income, way of life. We can't demand which way and what way. That's the way I see it. A lot of people expect for them to do just that. But if they get just that, then other things should be, considered in it. As long as they get the job done that they ask for. We shouldn't care. We shouldn't mind. And if you do, ask for a refund. I'm sure they'll send it back, or maybe they won't, but who knows? That's between you and the person that you're responding to. All of us, everybody knows, all of us need help. Each and every one. Everybody's doing it out of their own pocket. I don't know if anybody that's sponsored, making money off this some side thing or whatever. I don't know anyone that's getting paid by the excuse me, by the FBI or the CIA or to be an informant. Hopefully not, but that's possible too. Everybody is viewer supported. And if they can't do it being viewer supported, then they just don't do it. They don't get the word out. We don't get things done. And unfortunately, I see a lot dropping by the wayside, doing less and less, mainly because they can't afford it. It takes money to pay the subscription for StreamYard. Pay for this, pay for that, pay for the mics, pay for the phone, pay the phone bill, pay the pay the cable bill, get this all out to you. It's not cheap. You need a microphone, you need a speaker, not headphones. Well, I use headphones, that'll do. Other people, it takes all of us, folks. It takes all of us. If you can't help that way, help by spreading it, sharing it, liking it, telling people, get people on. Yeah, I need to get up to 500 subscribers. I'm at 323. I was at 325 yesterday, so I lost 2. I must have made 2 angry. I don't know. I hope not. Hopefully it was mistaken. They clicked on it mistakenly and it'll come back on. But spread it out there. Let's get me up to 500. I see all these other programs that, going crazy. It hurts my feelings when I'm doing wrong. Hopefully I'm not doing anything wrong. All joking aside, ask people to sub. Invite them in. Everybody tell 10 people. And not just for me, for everybody, all the live streamers out there. If you like their channel and subscribe to their channel, get them involved. Get them involved. Pass it on. I do all I can to pass on other streamers, no matter what they're doing. And everybody's welcome to put their stream up here, as everybody knows. Everybody knows it. Get the word out. Let's get this started. Let's get it going. Let's get the ball rolling. And when I have this gallbladder taken out, look out. As soon as I'm able to get up and around, it's going to be all business. I'm talking in the meantime. I'm recruiting family members. I'm recruiting everybody. Everybody I see. I don't get out that much anymore, but everybody I see, I talk to them. Try to recruit. Try to get the word out. And get it going. And we've all got to get that way. We've all got to get that way. But once thing's done, you have to get on the ball and get it going. Get her done. Get her done. I love that saying. When I was a smoker, I had Get Her Done lighter. And every time I flick it, it say, get her done. I love that thing. Yep. And we all have our own little niche. There's people out there that have just a few videos on that are fantastic. Get out there, like them, subscribe to them, help them get it going, give them ambition. Get out there, talk, join the cause, show their thing. A lot of talent out there, a lot of people with fantastic talent, interesting stories. You go on their page, check everything out, every category, check it out. Learn a little bit about them. You learn a lot. You might learn something yourself. Interesting. We have an interesting thing, fantastic thing, right in our eyeballs and at our fingertips, if we use it wisely. We have to use the tech wisely and not get burdened down by it. Make it fun, but don't live in it. You know what I'm saying? Don't get stuck where you're in it 24/7. Take your break. Take your time. Gain new friends. Gain friends for life. It's exciting what you can do. It's really exciting. I love getting on with Wendy and Nabi and Dev and Mona in the evening. But we just chit chat about everything. I mean, who knows what will come up on that? And let me see if I can put her link up here. I'm seeing my mod's on, so oh, back up, dummy. Oh, I can do it. Do it. I'm slow. I'm sorry. I'm just an old man set in his ways. There we go. There's her. Oh, now we already got it up there. Oh, that's Annie. Oh, and Annie too. Oh, bless her soul. She has a antique car called Amy, and she's proud of it. And has a few older motorcycle videos of her, Easy Rider, and she's going to grow. She can do a good. She'll be one of the come up and coming streamers. I guarantee you, because personality and uh, a hidden talent there. I'll tell you. I'll say that much. You'll just have to go to Nabi's link there and find out. It's small. We're working with her to make it grow, and I'll work with anybody to make your page grow. Just let me know, and I'll help as much as I can. But we need all the streamers we can get out there. We need all the help, you know, for the movement, for the family, and for entertainment. Because there's a lot of trash out there, a lot of trash that we have to contend with, and it's up to us to bury it, put it, put it in the back burner, put it back there, out of sight, bury it down with our good stuff. The more good stuff we put out there, the less bad will be there. And that's one way of cleaning it up. Just flat overdo them, outdo everybody. If you have any idea into going into live streaming, try it, do it. Ask people to subscribe. Ask on here for people to subscribe. Get it out there. The more good stuff out there, the less bad. I don't care what it is. You could be jumping rope. I put a few things on about my. Speaking of which, I don't see my lizard. He jumped to the other window over there. So he. Oh, there he is. He's on the other window, over with my AC. Been around for going on 2 weeks now. Me Aussie connection. Gray. New check us out, Navi. Lulu's Heart Centered Alchemy. Is she from Australia? If you recommend it, I will subscribe. It looks good. Looks good. Shorts. Oh, my. There's my doggy. There's my doggy. Oh, I love that doggy. It's part border collie, but I don't know what else it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Subscribe. Done. There you go. That's the way it works. Everybody subscribe. Make them famous. Make them famous. Yeah, that's a great cause they have over there. Canberra. Canberra. If you haven't watched them, watch it. Watch it. Learn what's going on around the world. See what they're doing in other countries. They're having the same battle we are here in the U.S. in England, in Canada, in France, in Germany, in Australia. The same thing. They want their freedom. They want their liberty. They want their pursuit of happiness. And we need to all learn, because we don't learn in school how the other countries govern themselves. Up until I met Navi, I didn't know the difference between an English and a Brit. I was totally blind, didn't know. I learned things from you Fries from Germany. I learned things from other people in Canada. I learned things from people in Australia. We're all up for the common goal, all for the same thing. And it needs to be worldwide. We need a worldwide awakening, because this world is leading us down the tubes. The world is. And taking the U.S. right along with it. The WHO and the WEF are out to get us all. One world order where they can tell everybody, everywhere, anywhere, what to do. We'll all be captives of Chinese communists. All of us. Because they're their main donors to them. We got the United Nations that should have been done away with many years ago. Many years ago. We don't need it. We don't use it. All it does is cost the countries money for protection that they don't get. A lot of protection that they don't get. I mean, what they do for the Ukraine. And I'm not saying who's right or who's wrong in that, because both of them are guilty of sin, in my opinion. One's just as bad as the other. I'm sorry. Bye-bye, liberty. Bill info. Looks pretty good. Done, Navi. Everybody else give them a look. Let's build up this community worldwide, everywhere. And share. Not much about the likes, but the likes count a lot, but the sharing will help everybody. When somebody's paid, share it. Get it out there. Get your voice heard. That counts a lot, big time. Everybody. Here's some big names. He's from the U.S. He airs daily. Okay. We need somehow to get bigger names, bigger fish to join in. Hey, Zero, how you doing? Good to have you. He's in Russia. I must be behind on my. I don't know. Why don't I see Zero on my phone? I had to look up to my screen. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, another source of good links is Zero. Zero puts out all kinds of links for people on Chaplin's page. So go to Chaplin, give them your link, and they'll put it out there for you. But a lot of us are trying to educate the world. A lot of us, most of us, are mean good, want to help, whatever way possible. In fact, I've dedicated my life to this for me and my grandchildren and great grandchildren. They're going to need it. My parents did the same thing when they were alive. They everything like this they would get involved in. I guess that's how I learned it. They would speak their mind and go to things. There's the Chaplin's page. If everybody wants to join the Chaplain, do you know his schedule, Casey? What is it? Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5. I say he needs to put it on there somewhere. What his schedule since he changed it? But my memory is not good. And one thing that YouTube in their instruction in their videos, in the instruction videos and things, they tell live streamers to set a time, set a schedule. Don't jump back and forth and keep people guessing. Set a schedule for when you want to get on. There might be others on with you, but people are free to make their choice. The more, the merrier. So don't worry about it. Somebody jumps on beside you, or is on along beside you. If you like them, go to the other. What have you? Give and take. But try to set a schedule for when you're going to be on, when you're going, so people have kind of an idea. Because there's things come up like yesterday. I canceled because I had my echo, my heart echo scheduled, and I knew I'd be close, but I couldn't make it there if I did my live. So I canceled it. After I canceled it, about 1 o'clock, they called me and asked if they could reschedule. They messed me up. So I didn't go on yesterday. I just took a break. And sometimes we need to do that. Just step back and let things be. But I'm usually on here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at noon or around. If not, I usually put it in my community section that I won't be there. Yep, you put a reminder up there. And all of you use StreamYard, you can set up your StreamYard at any time. You can put a time to start. And as long as you don't click live, but it'll put a thing on your page that you're scheduled for such and such time. I don't usually set up that far in advance because, I never know, what I might need. Something can happen, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I'll put it up there, like the early morning or what have you. But you can do that. You can go on StreamYard, set everything up, get everything ready to go, put a time to start in the future, whatever. And as long as you don't hit live, it'll put it on your page. It'll put the title and everything and put the time that you're expected to start. I know Mags uses it. I haven't seen too many others. but you can do it that way. You have a great day too, Random, and get in touch out here. Good having you here. Come back and bring others with you. Enjoyed it. Thanks for your input and your page. We'll be heading there more often. Yeah, Ernie uses it too. Yeah, yeah. StreamYard is fairly easy to use. I don't know why I like it more than Prism because if people want to join in with me, they can join in. And I like having a second person with me. Keeps me going. You know, I sit here by myself. I can think and think and think, but that other person kind of sparks things. You know, that you have back there. You know, yeah, it is Restream. You're right. Um, I haven't tried Restream. I think there was something in it that kind of threw me off, but I had to check into it again. But I really, really like StreamYard. I like Prism when I'm out on the road and out about, but I can't communicate, talk to somebody else with it. That's its only downfall. It would be really great if you could have somebody join you. It would be fantastic. All of them limit you to so many connections you can make, unless you pay a lot more for it. But oh, I know what it was with Prism. I have Facebook accounts, two different channels on Facebook, and I can't attach to both of them at the same time. Say I want to do Carrie's Musings, and I want to put it on with Jesus Lives. I can't do it. It'll sign me out of Carrie's Musings and put me in one or the other. I can't do both. And that was one of the big downfalls. And sometimes I like to link the two together. And my Jesus Lives group is inspirational for people that disillusioned by church, don't have a church to go to, and you know, Christian living for those that been kicked out of church, disillusioned, what have you. You know how to live your life, a Christian life, and not actually go to a structural church, which the Lord talks about a lot, a lot. See you later, Janice. Thank you for being here and all your input. Greatly appreciated. All of you, the input you put on here is very helpful. And we love your input, plain and simple. Everybody has their opinion, their ideas. They're right, wrong, or indifferent. And we all benefit by it. Either way. Yeah, Gary's supposed to come on pretty soon, so keep me informed. I like to watch Gary. A lot of times I don't comment a lot, but I'm usually there watching somewhere. All the drivers I try to hit daily, at least once, usually 2 or 3 times. Oh, yeah, I give Janice a wrench. I didn't know that. I didn't see that. Thank you, Casey. There you go. You got a wrench now? I've been looking up on my screen. I haven't been looking at my phone. I just caught that. Thank you, Casey. Anybody else out there, put your name down there. Because your links are welcome, and that's one way to do it. There you go. Yep, it's showing. Very good. That's what we do. If we see something, if we mention it, help each other out. That's what we're here for. Not me, but you. Everybody. We're out here for you. Out here for all of us. Not the time to squabble and have, you know, get bent out of shape over different opinions. Whatever. We we have to get together. We have to learn together. Stay together. Otherwise, we won't get it done. We've got a lot of work to do. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be difficult. There's going to be times you want to just blow up. Blood pressure goes sky high. Some of the things I see online, I just, boy, howdy. Boy, howdy. And like I said, go on my Twitter, watch that interview with John Strand. Incredible. The injustice that our people are going through, trying to stand up for our country, made act like their enemy. When they're not the enemy, they're our friends. They're our people. These legislatures, they're their people there. They're people too. They're there to represent them too, not take them down, not make examples of them. They should be representing them too, right, wrong, or indifferent. That's their job. That's what we voted them in for, to do what we ask, and do our will, not theirs, not their own prejudices, their own thoughts. On that day, everyone was scared to death. They didn't know what would happen. People were methodically herded into the Capitol building. The video showed. They went in, took pictures, looked around, strolled slowly until they got to a dead end. Nowhere to go. They didn't know which way was out. They were trapped. They were trapped. Pure and simple. They were in a trap. The only way out was the way they come in. And it was bottlenecked where they couldn't. So with geofencing, what have you, every cell phone that was used inside the Capitol building was tracked and traced, and they were arrested. Right, wrong, or indifferent. And they're being sentenced to unreal sentences. We need to fight for them. We need to stand beside them. I'm growing my hair until they get a fair trial or get charged. And it may be a long time. And I may not. Who knows? I may have to cut it off. It'll be the last resort. But that's what I'm growing it for. And hopefully minds will change if we keep praying hard enough. God will put it on their hearts to change their mind. God could change the most hardened heart. Look at Paul, who was Saul. Most wicked of the wicked against the Christians. God struck him down and made him change his attitude. And even changed his name to Paul. Let's pray and pray that something divine will happen in the hearts of these legislatures, and that they'll change their minds and see the light. It's going to take all of us. Miracles still do happen. Miracles still do happen. But we had to put the work in and ask for it. Get down on our knees. Pray, Lord, please help us. And then get out there and fight for God. And talk about it. Tell everyone. Educate people in the Word and in the government. Both of them. For the Lord and for the government. We are warriors. We know the truth. And we need to stand up for it. Stand strong. Unite. In this and in God's work. Exactly. God has his plan. He knows. Who knows? This may be a big test to see our allegiance to him. It's like he gave Sodom and Gomorrah a chance. He gave Jericho a chance. He gave Jonah a chance. All through the Bible, it shows the chances that God has given. It's up to us to accept. And even if you're not Christian or any other belief, everyone believes in morals. All are involved in the fight, Christian and non-Christian. We're all involved in this. We all have to take our part, do our part for the morale and morality of our country. So let's get on. Let's get this job done. Let's get started. Start working stronger, more diligently to create this path to freedom and back to freedom. Believe you me, if we get strong enough and speak out enough, they'll listen. A lot of times during our history, things have looked bleak. And it's changed around on a dime because people spoke up. People fought back. People stood strong, even to death. Many soldiers have bled and died on the battlefield for what we're asking for, what we're trying to keep. We can't let them down. That's beyond the question. We cannot let them down. They bled and died to give us this right. All around the world. Everywhere. Think about it. A lot has been paid for the freedom to be gay, to be trans, to be whatever we want in the US of A. As long as we don't push it on others and try to make it our only way of life. People have the right to decide what they want to do with their life, their own individual life. And don't even try to push it on our children. Don't even mess with our children in this. You have the freedom to do whatever you want. I'll get a haircut when the J6s get charged, every one of them, and right to the trial freely and fairly. When that happens, I'll get a haircut. And you can hold these funk, whoever you are. You want to come on here and talk about it? Come on. You got it? Let's go. Otherwise, like it or lump it. Thank you. I love to be funny. That is a very good. Thank you for the compliment. I love it. Here we go, folks. I'm not pushing on Christianity on anyone. That is your choice. The Constitution says we have the right freedom of religion. So don't force anything on anybody. I talk about religion because I love God. I believe in God. I believe in God, and He's my way. He has helped me so much where I would have failed. And I know in my heart that, when I hear a low voice, a sweet voice, it's God. When I hear a heavy, hard-handed voice, it's the devil. And that's what we don't do. We don't listen. We don't listen carefully. And we don't open our hearts up. I know for a fact that God and Jesus is real. But what you believe, that's your opinion. That's your. People should know about Christianity and faith. Pushing on it? No. I'm not pushing anything on anybody. If you want to believe in the Lord, that's your prerogative. If you want to believe that there's nothing, that's your prerogative. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. That's what we're here for. Freedom of religion. My faith versus your faith. Come see, come suck. Whatever. You want to come in here and talk about it? Come on and talk about it. I'm not afraid. I know my Lord loves me. I know He cares for me. He died for me. But if you don't feel that way, that's fine. It don't hurt my feelings. I'm not the one losing. I will lose absolutely nothing with my faith in Jesus. But what have you got to lose? Oh no, U-Haul. But thank you anyway. I appreciate it. That was a go nowhere because they are not going to bend. But maybe I said something that may touch, Who knows? No, I am not pushing religion on anybody. Not anybody. You're right. I know. You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Hawk. Folks, if you think I'm trying to preach and push religion, it's not that at all. It's just that I have a big faith in the Lord. And that is my job as a Christian, to talk about the Lord, to be a fisher of men, and try to bring them to the Lord. Now, whether they do or not, it's not up to me. It's up to them. It's up to you, whoever. And if it offends you, I'm sorry, but that's just the way I am in my channel. Just as well as Chaplain in his channel. I want to tell it like I see it. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. I just want to fight for our country. And God is named in our Constitution. We are a Judeo-Christian society. And trying to kick God out is what caused all this to begin with. They've kicked God out of everything. So until we get back to God, we're going to have the same thing over and over and over. And until people realize that, we're doomed. We are doomed. I know that, Midwest. I understand what you were saying. There is a lot of different religions out there, and I'm not condemning any religion. Never, ever, ever will I condemn another religion. The way I see it, a lot of people are going to be sadly fooled if they think that other people aren't going to make it to heaven. Because if you don't know about God particularly, and Jesus particularly, you have no idea. In a lot of countries, there's a lot of people that have no idea. And if they live a good life, somehow or another, I think there's going to be a lot of forgiveness going on. That's my belief. A lot of people will differ from me and say, no, 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 no. If they don't believe John 3:16, then forget it. Well, I think that includes everybody, you know. I think it does. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. And thank goodness with what's going on with that company now, I'm glad I didn't. I haven't, unless unknowingly. I probably have unknowingly because, you know, all the swabs and things that we get, who knows what they do with it. It's probably in some DNA base somewhere, but not knowingly. Not knowingly. Not quite sure what you mean here, Bobby, but uh, looks good. You know, a lot of our holidays and our Christian holidays are based on pagan holidays. A lot of the Christian holidays are actually pagan days. Uh, that's a whole other subject, you know. You know, a lot of it come from the Druids in England. The Druids, they had their own faith, and the Romans, when they become Christian, brought it up to England and started all of it there. And there's a lot of questions asked. People with a lot more knowledge than me, you know. I kind of, you know, let that fall where it may fall and believe what I believe. Read the Bible and take it for what I can get out of it. I don't listen to a pastor and take his word 100%. I research everything out myself because I've been hurt, wounded, scorned in my life growing up and lost my faith because of it. And the Lord told me not too long ago, it's probably been in the last 10 years, Gary, you have the right idea. And I want you to go out and tell people that they don't have to depend on a church to believe in me and to accept me and to live for me. You don't have to be in that church all the time, especially if they're teaching the wrong ways, especially if they're pressuring you and pushing you into one type of belief. You read the Bible and do it, take out of it what you believe. Like I always say, there's one chapter, one verse that means everything. And that's John 3:16. That tells the whole Bible in one sentence. But they changed it to believe, and it's believeth, which is a stronger word. believeth is an emphasis word, and they changed it to believe, which you can believe in ghosts or what have you. You know, it's not a staunch thing. You know, you can take it or leave it. You know, the, John 3:16 says believeth, which is a strong belief without losing it. Can't lose it. You got to keep it there on top. That's what it means. And secondly, the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments covers about everything in our life. Everything in our life. We go by it. We go by John 3:16. You have it. You read your scriptures. You learn from Psalms, Proverbs, of how to pray and how to live your life. And the other is history, basically. Tell stories of what happened. It's basically history. So you need to read, learn the history, learn the Proverbs, and you learn the parables, and you'll know how to live. It's a guideline. It's a roadmap. Anyway, gotten away from people here. Exactly. They use the pagan holidays to attract pagans to Christianity. Yep, that's what I said earlier. Brought up from Rome. Before Rome fell, before they become corrupt with the pride. And anybody that doesn't know, they can read the history of Rome and see that they ended with pride. That was the end of pride. Now that I'm lost on, Navi. That I am lost. You'll have to make a stream and let us know. That's a good idea. Make a stream and let us know. You know what the differences is here and there. You know, like that. That'd be very interesting. Something that I would. No, I think my ancestors did from Scotland and Ireland, because I'm Scotch Irish. Got as far back as had a relative do it. Got as far back as the just before coming in, but that's as far back as they got. So I don't know. IP, Carol, glad to have you back. I don't know what you've heard or what you haven't heard, but we've had some pretty good discussion here, I think. You're true. That's true, Midwest. Very true. There wasn't a set date until I believe either late 1800s or early 1900s. And Santa come up in early 1900s, but the St. Nicholas has been around for quite a while, and that was a true story of a saint that got gifts for the children in his home village, his hometown, whatever it was. It was a true story, and it was expanded to what we have today. It wasn't meant in any way the way it's commercialized today. But we've done a lot of things, expanded on things, and a lot of ways, a lot of things. Yeah. I hope your meeting went well, Italian Princess. Seems getting away. But like I said, we need to get educated in everything. There's a lot of things we can learn, a lot of things, that we don't know, that we never learned in school. They were really kept from us. And one thing, if you think about it, in school, we're not really taught how to succeed. And until they started recently, we were never taught laws, the IRS, how it operates, why it operates, and why there's so many rules and regulations in it and where they come from, except from the elite. A lot of things we're blind on. I mean, it's just like me, for instance. I didn't file because of Obama, and when I finally did do it, they told me I couldn't get a refund on it because it was past the 3 year period.
Right now.
I knew nothing about a 3 year period. Do any of you know about that there was a 3 year period? Oh, they could take money out of us forever, get back what we didn't file. But we can't get our money back after 3 years. It goes to the Federal Reserve. And what does the Federal Reserve fund? The dark forces. Goes straight to the dark forces. Federal Reserve money. CIA, WHO, NHO, you name it. All those different 3 letter dark force organizations. And they use that money against us. I'm really wishing there was a way, I shouldn't say this, that we could just reject, and not do it as a whole. But a lot of people would get in trouble. It's like something we need and can't have. It's sad. That would shut it down in a heartbeat. Just flat out shut it down. But we can't do that, so we had to go to other alternatives. Maybe as a last resort. Something to think about. What say you? Any ideas? A boring meeting. That's so true. That is so true. Each and every one of us have. I've learned hard. If there's something going to happen, it happens to me. It seems to be. It fits me so much that I just don't even think about it anymore when it happens. It's, oh, well, what? That figures. That figures. Did U-Haul leave us? Ladies, while you were gone, you might have been here, but I think Carol was here. But U-Haul got rid of a troll, which he needed to be gone. I was almost close to it. I was waiting to see if he would come on with me, but he didn't. They don't want to show their face or voice their opinion. They just want to rebel rouse, get people triggered, which it didn't trigger me. Sometimes I get triggered, but it takes quite a bit. Quite a bit. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. A lot of things. I can only hint. I can only surmise. Each and every one of us have these hurdles we have to jump through, things we have to correct, things we see we don't want to see, don't want to hear. It's just all part of the plan, all part of our life. I don't know. But we had to kind of put blinders on and earplugs and try to avoid it, overlook it, push it to the side, not make a mountain out of a molehill. No, that was semi Ernie Navi. I have met and taken U-Haul to an event with me. Took him. I met him at a truck stop near here and took him to near Ocala to a freedom event we had up there. So we had a good ride and talked together and got to know each other quite a bit. And I correspond with him quite a bit. And there you go. Yep. You're right, Carol. But if we hide too much, they don't learn enough. If we give them too much information, it could depress them. So we had to find that happy medium that we feel comfortably with as an individual. And it's sad, really sad when grandchild comes to you crying and don't know what to tell them what gender they are. In one case I heard where they told the parent the child that they had changed his name in school. Things like that. My goodness. They can't leave well enough alone. They can't leave well enough alone. They're going through enough. Thank you, Casey. This is my Ernie. He's a fine fella, colorful. Each and every one of them has their different means and ways they do things. And all of them now watch are different, have their own thing. Fantastic individuals, every one of them, and they are lonely out there. So, like I said, if they come to your part of, they're saying that you're part of the town, take the extra time to go out there and see them, visit with them a little bit. Don't take much, but brighten up their day, brighten up your own day. Really, I got so much pleasure. You know, it's incredible, just the feeling, the camaraderie. Woo. If you do take a video, that would be wow. Wow. I used to watch all the time. I used to watch Ice Road Truckers. And then when they went to South America on those big cliffs that I wouldn't want to ride a bicycle on. And no way to pass on those roads. Driving those trucks up in those mountains, put my heart in my throat all the time. Yeah, for sure. I love that. I love that. That, yeah. In case y'all wonder what a cattle grade is, that's bars or yeah, bars, big bars that go across the road. Where if the cattle go over, their feet will go in there and you get stuck. They won't get out of the pasture or out of the area in place of a fence. That's what we call them cattle gates here. And they call it cattle grid there. Quite a few of them down here in the country in Florida where the cattle are out there. They still have still have roundups and cattle drives. It's not too far south of here. I'd say within 50 miles. Below Kissimmee is all cattle country south, and used to be orange, but probably all cattle country now. The center state is total cattle country, and a lot of cattle gates down there. I used to be a insurance debit agent collecting premiums out in the country, getting their nickel policies. Or yeah, and my instructions will say go to the cattle gate and go down dirt road till you see a skull on the fence, turn right, go down, you'll see a buzzard up in a tree. Those kind of directions, you know. We didn't have Waze or maps back then. And believe it or not, a lot of those are on maps, are on Waze and maps. Hard to believe. Technology has brought us a long way. A long way. It is hard to believe. But we have to learn, and we have to grow with the technology. And no matter how much we fight, it's coming. It's coming. So I try to stay on top of as much as I can. I used to build computers, but they got so technical now that I quit doing that too. Besides that, a little shaky. Hard to get the little screws in on those boards. So yeah, like that guy said, I'm old and funny. Anyway, I think I'm going to bring this to an end. I enjoyed talking to each and every one of you. Like I say, like, share, and subscribe. Get the word out. Send every live streamer's page out to at least 10 people. Get it out there. Get them up and running. Get them going. We need all the help we can get. Thank you too, Malcolm. You're the one that counts. Y'all have a good day. I love each and every one of you. And I'll see you probably Friday. If not, if something important comes up, I'll see you before. And Italian put a notice up there. Everybody try to get out there and join if you're in the Ohio area. Probably be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Thank you too, Carol. Love her too. Brighten up. Yep, I hope I brighten up somebody's day or all of your days. And like I say, y'all have a great one. Be blessed. Be happy. Hug your loved ones. All the above. Everybody have a good evening. I'll see you Friday. Night all. And you can keep on talking if you want. If you want to talk amongst yourselves until I shut down StreamYard, you can keep chatting. I don't have to be here. Everybody can keep on chatting with each other. Until the next time, see you guys. Bye.